Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Parak women. How are you doing? I'm doing good, and you guys, I know the Lord has been good to you. I know the Lord has kept you good. Today, we are going to be learning or hearing something about a miracle that is in a miracle that is within your reach, and you can hardly see it or you can hardly sense it, either because of the surrounding, either because of the noise that is around you, either because of your perception, or either because of your focus, or a lot contributes to this, because for 3 days the crowd walked and some went hungry and thirsty, and they didn't see the bread and the fish, and yet it was within their reach. I've learned something that wherever Jesus went, I believe, this is my own perception, I believe that people, business-minded people, used to go around with their small stores selling drinks and some eats. Why? Why do I say this? Because it's the same thing that's happening. You know, when there are crusades, there are seminars, people who are business-minded, who are so focused in their businesses, personal businesses, not even coming to listen to the word, they come and sell their stuff. Why? Because Jesus asks that how many loaves of bread you have. That means Jesus had seen that there was bread. Jesus has noticed that there was bread, but this bread wasn't enough. You know, either some people were eating and some were not eating, some were missing out. You know, I'm just thinking that way. Because why? Because for 3 days they went hungry and thirsty. That means either some didn't have money, or they had money but it wasn't enough. So the whole story is here, that they moved with food within their midst, and yet they went hungry and they went thirsty. This is in Mark 8:2. You know, for 3 days they were hungry and they were thirsty. They were not drinking and they were not eating. And maybe because they didn't have enough, and some had, those who had money were eating. And maybe some who didn't have were not, because Christ knew that there is bread. The question he posed, he knew that there was, because he said, how many loaves do you have? How many loaves do you have? So I'm looking at the bread as the bread of life. I'm looking at the bread and the fish, and the fish to me represents salvation, and the bread represents life. So Christ was moving, and he was moving with them, giving them life, not only life, but giving them the salvation, the fish representing salvation. So Christ was bringing not only life, but he was also bringing salvation to them. So Christ, for 3 days, he gave them bread and fish, and still physically they were still hungry and they were still thirsty. You know, they were still hungry and thirsty. And the Bible tells me something, that they went away for 3 days, and Christ said, these people, if they go away, yes, I've given them the life, my life, I've given them the salvation, but physically they are weak, physically they are thirsty, they will faint along the way. What does this teach us? What does it teach me? That I can preach the gospel, you know, give them the salvation that Christ brought, give them the life Christ gave at the cross. But if I don't care for their needs, then I wouldn't have done that good. You know, I wouldn't have done anything good. So that's why Christ was so concerned that, yes, I've given them life, you know, but if I do not give them something to eat, to sustain their physical body, to quench their thirst, you know, then I might lose them. I might lose them. So Christ had that compassion. I might lose them. I might lose them. You know, that is the whole setting. Christ came so that you can have life and have it in abundance. Christ came so that you can have salvation and have salvation in its fullness. But also, you need to protect the body. You need protect. You need take some thirst. You need take care of your body if you're going to preach the gospel. If you're going to preach the gospel to the tens and tens of thousands, you need take care of that body. You need, because Jesus said, hey, guys, how many laws do you have? I can't send these people away. You know, there's something they still miss out. There's something they still need. And Christ sat them down. And today, Christ is sitting you down. He's not only giving you the salvation and the life, but he's also giving you that something that is going to quench your thirst forever. You know, Christ is also going to take care of your marriage. Christ is also going to take care of your children. Christ is also going to take care of your destiny, of your dreams. Christ is also going to take care of all your needs. Of all your needs. I love you guys. Just remind you that Christ will take care of every single need that you have. He'll take care of every single need. He will pay that rent. He will pay for every single debt. He will. Yes, he will. He will. He will. Oh yes, he will. Oh yes, he will. He will.